Thank you very much, UN colleagues, Chair, Vice President, and colleagues of the panel, distinguished representative of the member states. As many of you know more than I do about UN80 by now, I will focus on sharing insights from my own experience in Uruguay. An experience of unity of the UN country team, of trust, and not an experience of fragmentation. Uruguay is a high-income country, and that requires a lot of humility. Every dollar that we spend as the UN in the country has to be compared with about $2,000 of GDP of Uruguay. So this gives us an idea of the importance to follow government priorities. This means basically that, our support from a financial perspective is pretty marginal. Yet the UN contribution is vital in other ways: technical advice, support to 2030 agenda, normative guidance, and connecting Uruguay with the world, etc. Today, the UN country team in Uruguay is not just a group of professionals. It is a group of friends working with a shared objective. That spirit is largely the result of UN reform that you mandated as member states. Evaluation and learning are central to our work. We take them very seriously. Collectively, we have decided not only to evaluate our cooperation framework, but also to conduct a midterm review a year earlier. This midterm review was not a mandatory thing. We did it because we wanted to reflect on how we could work better together. Once we have done that, we have conducted a formal evaluation of the country framework, and we follow corporate parameters and produce valuable management recommendations, a management response, and more than 50% of these commitments have been already implemented. The rest are underway. It is important to say as well that this evaluation, it is for many of the agencies working in Uruguay, the only structured opportunity to reflect on their work and improve effectiveness. That said, on the less positive side, we conducted 4 evaluations simultaneously, the country framework and 3 evaluations of CPDs, which the government did not particularly appreciate at the time because they felt there was too much. Ideally, we should aim for a single evaluation with specific focus areas. Despite these challenges, our UN country team, this group of friends I mentioned before, has achieved remarkable things together, often in spite of the current incentive system rather than because of it. We have engaged in discussions about the country economic and social future, poverty, experimented new avenues for sustainable financing, advancing young work in gender, leaving no one behind, and also advised the government on development risks. Yet, as the evaluation of the new generation of UN country team demonstrates, the UN at its best still faces an invisible adversary: misaligned incentives. This invites us to reflect across all forums where these issues are debated, including ECOSOC, but also, government bodies, this oversight that Andrea mentioned in the recommendations. Agency professionals in the field are often required to deliver on internal indicators that risk distorting decision-making. So the messages that you pass are very, very important. I wonder how much more we could have accomplished if those incentives were properly aligned. Together, the UN country team in Uruguay analyze, plan, act, and evaluate our work together. Exactly, I think, what member states ask us to do under the reform. However, the relevance of this work has to be evaluated externally and has also to be evaluated, above all, by the government assessment of our collective performance. Finally, I would like to conclude with a request that the work of this evaluation office and all the evaluation of the UN continues and is strengthened. It is the best guarantee that common sense and evidence will drive future reforms. And I would like to conclude that, this is also what makes different human beings from other species: the capacity to learn, to evaluate, and to project to the future. Thank you very much.